And she said, "You make me so happy when you come." And I said, "Oh, that's such a lovely thing to say." And she said, "Well, it's the truth." Hi, my name is Nikki, and I've been with Unique Senior Care for about 8 months, and I am a domiciliary carer. So my journey in care, I would say it started from a very young age. I was 11 when my youngest sister was born. So I would say that I was a full-on, attentive big sister, looking after her as a mum would. And then the recent part of the care was being a foster carer for nearly 7 years, which I thoroughly loved, but it just came to an abrupt end. And I think throughout my life, I've had experience of caring for sort of older generations. And my father-in-law passed away quite a few years ago now. So it was just so nice to be there to offer, sort of the support and experience, what this sort of care is like. My husband had spells of poor health, so obviously I've been there, always to support him through his operations and, being there for him 24/7. So, it's something that I have just grown up with and absolutely love. I love everything about this job. I say to my husband, I miss the weekends I don't work, and he's like, "My gosh, you're mad," but I honestly do. I love talking about, sort of how I've brightened up somebody's day. There's nothing that I don't like. I just love to go in, see their faces light up, which warms my heart as well as it clearly warms their heart. I love to get down to their level. If they're struggling and just feeling really lonely, bringing a smile, just bonding with them, saying, "Oh, let's put your favourite music on and have a little boogie," and you just embrace every moment. Life is full of its ups and downs, and we all have those moments, but it's sharing those times with the people, just sort of being there for them, allowing them to offload, if they're feeling that they're a burden to their family, just reinforcing that they're not, this is their time, they've given so much. Offering that sort of physical contact, getting the consent. And more often than not, they're there, they want that hug, they want that connection. After all, they might not have seen anybody until you arrive. And it's those times that actually, they're really struggling, but you can make the difference. I had a lovely client who was in a wheelchair for most of his time. He loved his garden, so the garden came to him. I brought compost, seeds, he had his own flower pots. We sat on his patio and he did this all from his wheelchair. And you've got to be creative, you've got to think on your feet quickly. And it's hard for me because, dare I say it, I'm blowing my own trumpet, I do it naturally. So I think if it's there, then you're the right person for the job. It was only last week that I went to a client and her face did light up the room when I walked in. And she said, "Oh, Nicky!" And we were just chatting and obviously getting her ready for bed. And she said, "You make me so happy when you come." And I said, "Oh, that's such a lovely thing to say." And she said, "Well, it's the truth." She said, "I feel at ease when you come. I feel at ease, I feel relaxed. You know what you're doing. My work matters to me because everybody deserves the care, the love, the time that obviously they have given in their younger days. And why can't they have that respect, that dignity, that care at the end? It's just so important to just give it all back. They deserve it.